The draft is in a couple of days, and the Blazers have a lot of decisions to make. We see Anthony expiring, DeAndre Ayton expiring, and among others. But when I think about what direction the team can go, I feel like the only decisions, granted Ayton's out of my mind for the most part when I think about these decisions, but is if we're going to extend Anthony or if we're going to go with Scoot long term. So Scoot going into year 3, there's definitely been talks about him eventually being put in the starting lineup given his current flashes, but I feel like it's just a tricky backcourt because his scoring ability isn't right where we need to be, where his pick kind of put him at. Like the expectation of him and the current reality of him hasn't quite matched up yet. But there's a lot of things that can happen in the offseason, a lot of things that can happen moving into next season. But that's what the draft is for, get best player available, anybody that can fit into whatever we're trying to build. And I feel like we are 1 or 2 pieces away if we can keep some sort of the squad together and move forward and, test the playoffs, sniff the playoffs a little bit with some improvements from others. But, we have a delicious team coming together. The Blazers have a lot of things they can improve on, and not just one piece in this draft can do it. We need to be able to get somebody with some feel, some versatility in our rim attempts, some better catch and shooting threes, and some just taking care of the basketball and making sure the rock is moving all over the court. One of the first people I think about is Jace Richardson out of Michigan State. He's may not be the best playmaker because he played an undersized shooting guard at Michigan State, but he has really good instincts, really good intellectual skill. He knows how to make the right play. Limited usage, he's very, very efficient, picks his spots well, rarely makes many mistakes, rarely takes any risks as well, which could be a little bit of a red flag because you still want to be able to make plays and trust yourself to make the risky play, as many people on our team tend to do. But very smart, doesn't think about the plays too much, doesn't try to do too much, just slots in wherever he needs to be. And I feel like that'd be a very good addition to our team, especially when we're not really drafting for fit because we are not a contender at the moment. Now, adding this dude when we got a guard room like we do and questions on who's going to lead the offense definitely is kind of risky, but I can't ignore what he's been able to do at his size. And I believe him just being a smart player that he is and just the instincts he brings to the court, just smart basketball in general, will do a lot for our bench if that's his floor at least. And the ceiling could be Mike Conley type, viable on defense, very efficient on offense, just does what you need to do, can orchestrate the offense wherever he needs to and pick his spots and relocate and move all over the court with the amount of elite drivers we have on our team currently. It don't matter about the height, all that matters is about the fucking heart. Stats-wise, he will also help us in the half court where we were kind of abysmal in, and when we get into transition, it's raps because that's where Blazers ball is really, really played, and he's very effective there. Did I mention that we were bad at three-point shooting, man? Like, damn. We was giant ass. And this is like one of them things where, I don't want to draft for fit, but Concanopal, man, stroker. We need some of them. We need a star or a stroker. But when you can play with spacing as much as we drive to the rim, it just makes that paint a little bit more sweeter to get to. If you have a threat at the three-point line, we don't got too many threats out there, but we got some shooters. Not too many threats though. Only real one for real is Anthony, and we gaining some in Denny, Tumani, Shaden, I don't know, Scoot has blossomed there, but we need somebody a little bit more respectable other than Inferno, but he's the only one that be sparking that jump. So I'm like, Con, he can be a secondary playmaker, he can be a stroker, he can get to the paint, he may not be the most athletic, he may get hunted on defense, he can play great team defense. You see what he can do with some long defenders around him. He got Came in Malawatch, Cooper Flag, Cooper Flag generational. So I guess that may give him a little bit more hiding, but we got Tumani, we got Klingon, we got Denny, elite defenders and they respect. And if he plays with them, I'm pretty sure that the defense can be hidden. His team defense is pretty viable, and I think he'd be a great fit for us. But no, in reality, he might be gone by 11. But we can also we can wish, we can think. Don't let the athleticism and baby arms fool you. He really get busy on all facets of the thing, man. All right, let's get serious for a second here. Not like I wasn't being serious before, but we're building a long team. What we've seen with OKC and their long, lengthy guards and wings that can deflect all across the floor, that's one of our issues as well. We can get blocks and steals, but do we create havoc in the lanes? Do we create havoc in the paint? No, I think we can add somebody long, man, and I don't know anybody else other than Rasheer Fleming. Long as dude, 7'5" wingspan, bro. 6'9", 39% from three. That's your prototypical 3-and-D player, man. And athleticism to boot. I know y'all see who we have on the bench, and they're not doing us justice. Chris Murray, we thought was going to be a shooter like his twin brother. We just got the fake twin. And then we got Jabari. I'm not even going to lie, man. Those are not people we need on the squad, bro. If they're not shooting, you not staying. No matter no defense you playing is keeping you on the team. I think Rasheer Fleming, granted, he can't really do much when he puts the ball on the floor, but if he's finishing plays, that's all we really need, man. Lock the dude up, create havoc, get rebounds, dunk on people, man. Like, that's all you need, man. Let other people handle the ball, handle the passing. He may not be the most with the feel and giving up the rock, but damn. But I think he can really contribute on this team. And defense wins champions as long as you have the offense. Some of these people gotta hit their shots, bro. And when we get in transition, you know what that is. You know what that is. I hope y'all seeing them disruption numbers, man. Plus 13.7 adjusted offensive rating. Oh my God, and he increases turnovers for the defense, man. Creating havoc, bro. While also creating more rim frequency for our bucket getters at the top. Sign me up. Last but certainly not least, Colin Murray-Boyles. A lot of controversy has surrounded this man just because of how great and how great he is, man. When you're great, you have a lot of haters, bro, because they always want to go on one of your weaknesses. They only want to pinpoint one of your weaknesses. Yes, he probably doesn't have a jump shot. Yes, he probably doesn't hit his free throws as much as you want him. But just because you can't shoot yet, does that mean you're a bad player? No. Do you see what he does on offense and defense, man? He was carrying a team that was some real butt, bruh. All over the court. Passing responsibilities, defense responsibilities, offense responsibilities, where it's offensive rebounding, creating his own shot in the paint, knowing you know where he's gonna go almost every single time. The footwork, the ceiling, the strength, all as a pretty undersized big. But he still did it and didn't complain. Did it and still thrived. Did it and succeeded. And I would love him on our team. I feel like our lineups would be so crazy if we were to play small ball, get into transition. Because we had some possessions, had some games where we had Denny at center. And I'm thinking, damn, if we had Colin Murray-Boyles at center and just like 5 out, and if he could shoot 5 out and doing that, oh my goodness, bro. Lobs to Shaden, lobs to Colin, lobs to Denny, lobs to even Inferno, and Inferno at the top of the key, lighting that joint up, man. Getting that pass from the post, drawing attention. Yeah, man, there's so many things I can think about with him on our team. And that's just like, also defensive versatility as well, man. Like with clinging off the court. This is all with Ayton out of mind, bro. Because Ayton, you dead to me, bro. Like I hope they cut you. I really hope they just cut you, give you a $35 million, and have you rock. But we're probably gonna have to ride out your contract. But anywho, yeah, I'm just thinking about the defensive, offensive potentials with this squad. And if the shot comes around, bro, just best believe it's a wrap. And all them people that was talking shit about him, you want to see what he can do. Cash, you see that? Many more of them jumps gonna be coming. And this is why I always state his impact on the court is definitely underestimated. You see how much he affects the offensive and defensive ratings, opponent rim accuracy as well, defensive turnover percentage, and then 12% jump on rim frequency on the offense, man. It's just like, it's ridiculous what he can do on the court just by his impact and presence alone. At the end of the day, I'm pretty sure I'll be satisfied with whoever the Blazers pick, as long as it's not them people I don't even want to say their names right now, man, because I could get on a live or something and have a whole discussion about that. But I trust the Baldies at the helm, man, to make a good decision for the team's best interests. It's gonna be interesting, but I'm loving what we might get into. Drafts in the next couple of days. Let's get excited. Blazers basketball is about to be coming on soon with Summer League as well. And yeah, man, hopefully the Blazers back into their glory days and can move on from the Dame era and not reminisce as much as we used to be. But as always, thanks for tuning in. More Blazers basketball coming in. More draft stuff coming in probably before the draft come out again. And y'all have a good one.